I'm very, very excited for this one. This video is by Noisy Pixel, submitted by Techless. Lies of P Overture Preview, a return to a hellish Souls-like fantasy. I'm so excited for the Lies of P DLC. I loved Lies of P. I think it is one of the best non-FromSoft Souls-likes. I obviously have a personal bias for Another Crab's Treasure, but I think other than Another Crab's Treasure, I would say Lies of P is probably the best. Factor cap, what do you guys think? Let's watch this video. Ooh, that's really loud. The music!
I think it's fair to say that Lies of P captured a lot of attention and imaginations when it dropped in the fall of 2023. Any game trailer that looks even vaguely Bloodborne-esque tends to have gamers foaming at the mouth, myself included, but the idea
Myself included as well. Dustbloods.
of a public
Oh, look at the cute little winter outfit that P's wearing.
equally silly and promising. What we eventually got was a standout example of the action exploration genre, elements from its predecessors and then adding just enough to
Whoa, look at that flamethrower looking thing. It's girthy.
keep things spicy, in addition to telling an emotional and sometimes
Whoa, that looks so good. I'm so excited.
difficult story about what humanity really is.
This is a prequel, right? The DLC. Woo, new boss. Why does it kind of look like Hippo? It looks like Golden Hippo from Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, wait, why does it move exactly like Golden Hippo as well?
Set in the fictional European city of Krat, the game casts the player as P, short for Pinocchio, just after the train carrying you into the city crashes in the station.
Wait. So, is this like a side? Okay, so it's just after the train crashes from the first game. So, is this like a side quest before the main story? So, it's not an entire prequel, it's just like a side quest before the main story?
Apparently, the mechanical puppets that the city is known for have all simultaneously gone crazy and begun to violate the in-universe version of the laws of robotics, known as the Grand Covenant. Human bodies litter the streets, but P is directed to fight his way through it to make it to the massive Hotel Krat, where some mysteries may begin to be answered at last. The game takes the traditional Dark Souls format, enemies
Oh, I think he's just talking about the first game, not the DLC part.
and health restorations respawn at checkpoints, and enemies grant EXP when killed that you use to bump up your stats one by one,
Oh, there's a new arm. Look on the bottom left, it's called Icarus.
and adds multiple new ideas to it, the biggest of which is Pinocchio's extra Legion arm abilities. His arm can feature attachments that range from a puppet's string that yanks enemies closer, to a miniature flamethrower to proximity mines that can help interrupt.
This is a complete side note. I love when people say miniature is miniature. It's so extra, but miniature, it's fun. It's like when people say caramel instead of caramel.
Combo attacks. The titular lies are what sets him apart from other puppets,
Ooh,
in addition
what
to
is
the
that?
fact that he hasn't gone insane. The very first part of the Grand Covenant states that puppets cannot lie,
I love the effects of the ice dripping in the back. Do you see it? It looks so good.
yet he will have to in order to progress on his quest, slowly bringing him further and further from his original nature and pushing him towards something altogether.
It looks so
more
good. I'm
human.
so excited.
Is a prequel that sees
What the frick? Double pizza cutter!
Pinocchio from near the end of the base game, seemingly transported
the
back
frick
in
is
time to
that?
shortly before the horrific puppet frenzy.
Oh, look. Wait, it's before the pup. Wait, hold on. Let me
The end
listen.
of the base game, seemingly The Overture expansion is a prequel that sees Pinocchio from near the end of the base game, seemingly transported back in time to shortly before the horrific puppet frenzy.
Wait. So he's transported back in time right before the ending of the first game to before the puppet frenzy? What? Okay. Sure. He's back in time? We're doing time travel? Okay.
I got to try a few small tastes of what's
It's post-game, but time travel. It's almost post-game. It's like right before the ending of the main game is what I'm getting
in
at.
store in this experience, but keep in mind that I am largely lacking in context as I didn't get to see how the expansion is initiated and was instead dropped right at the first checkpoint. The first part of my demo experience was an exploration of part of the first act, set on a snowy mountain just outside of the Krat Zoo. This was my first taste of the new freeze status effect, which does basically just what it says on the tin.
Oh no, there's a new status effect. Oh god, kill me. Lies of P status effects are brutal.
Stopping you cold should you get hit too many times with it.
Oh, it freezes you? I guess freeze makes sense, fine. I thought it would just like slowly debuff your speed or something.
Crossing through the mountains to see the massive opulent zoo building
Ooh, look at this museum.
felt a bit like the reveal of Rapture beneath the sea, a glorious monument to art and culture where one isn't being expected. And
Oh, also, we learned this yesterday. Sorry to pause the video so much, but we learned this yesterday that there is going to be a difficulty slider added.
one on the verge of absolute destruction if it's not already in progress. Moving into the zoo area proper, I got a taste of the myriad
It's a zoo. Interesting.
of new foes in store in addition to the typical puppets and carcasses found in the main game.
Oh.
Players should expect
I think Liza B does really good at grotesque enemy design. Because that looked nasty. That looked nasty.
a Parasite Eve level of animal body horror in this title, including multiple foes that transform into more gruesome and terrifying monsters
Oh.
mid-fight. A fight through the exhibition building let me out into the
Was that a gun? Is that new? He got a gun!
animal habitats behind it, where even more terror and destruction awaited, culminating in a fight
Whoa.
with a terrifyingly fast giant alligator, which I beat right before the buzzer indicating time was up. This part only had access to a few new weapons, but the most notable was a bow, the game's first
I'm sorry, it has the exact same moveset as Golden Hippo from Elden Ring DLC. I know I keep saying that, but it is the exact same.
ranged weapon with no limit
And I hated Golden Hippo. Mainly because the janky hitbox, so hopefully Liza P does it better.
on ammo. It works how you'd expect, with the light attack being a quick firing combo and the heavy being a timed charged shot. And it feels satisfying, but is definitely not effective against bosses. You just can't
Whoa, look at the spinny! That's cool.
devote the time to sit and charge your heavy shots, or grind the weapon's sharpness as the bow frequently requires. But it definitely feels satisfying to take out smaller foes as they're approaching you, and doing so won't draw aggression from their friends unless you're in their line of sight already. Speaking of bosses, the other half of the demo was a preview of the game.
Look at the little kangaroo-looking thing.
boss
He's scary. That's what I feel like if I ever went to Australia and I was walking around at night. I feel like I would see that.
feature that's coming alongside the Overture DLC.
Ooh, look at that
like
freaky
Battle
little guy.
Not only were all of the major bosses from the base game available, but I also got my fill of battle against the first 3 bosses in the expansion.
3. I wonder how many total bosses we get. Obviously above 3. And I don't think he had too long for the demo, so I'm gonna guess like maybe 10 new bosses.
Couldn't capture footage from this section and wouldn't really want to show too much for fear of spoilers, but to answer the most obvious questions, you get placed at a Stargazer right outside the boss room, and there is no material reward to refighting bosses. You will not get a second ergo for beating a base game boss, which also makes sense for in-story reasons.
Okay, they're talking about, they're updating Liza P so that you can fight boss fights, but I guess you're not going to be able to grind ergo from it, which makes sense. It'd probably kind of break the leveling system of the game.
Each boss has 5 tiers of difficulty, of which the first 3 will be initially available, with the 4th and 5th being
Ooh,
sequentially
ow.
unlocked after defeating tier 3. The developers were asked which tier corresponded to
I can't think of another game with a freaky zoo untapped potential. Yeah, freaky
the
zoo.
base game's main challenge level, but
It's unique.
unfortunately did not give a direct answer.
Whoa, look at that thing! What the it looks like a beefy giraffe X-elephant.
So it seems we're not meant to know yet, if at all. Speaking
Ooh,
of difficulty,
ew.
The base game is also receiving a pretty sizable patch when Overture debuts, the most significant feature of which will be new, easier difficulty levels.
Yeah.
These are intended for players who are more interested in the narrative experience of Lies of P than its challenge.
Oh my god, it's like 8 animals in one. There's a horse on that, a giraffe, an elephant, like a crocodile for the head.
Which feels
Look at his little ass.
like a worthwhile
So that's why I was looking there.
group to consider, given that this game is much more story-focused
Oh,
than many of
God.
its peers.
Look at
The
it.
game's original level of challenge will
Oh
now
my
be referred to
God.
as the Legendary Stalker, with the easiest and next easiest being a Butterfly's Guidance and Awakened Puppet, respectively. If you're looking to turn up the heat instead, the other boss rush mode being added to the base game is the inverse of Battle Memories. Death March mode will let the player create essentially a playlist of bosses
And there's an anteater on there. There's a wolf.
to battle one right after the other, with a minimum of 3 fights, but potentially running the full gauntlet from beginning to end.
It's interesting. It's an interesting concept to combine all of those animals because all of them have unique fighting abilities, right? Like the horse would kick you, of course. The alligator's gonna snap at you. The elephant feet in the front are probably gonna step on you. So it does make for an interesting fight. I kind of like that concept. And like a corrupt zoo is really cool.
As with Battle Memories, you'll have tiers 1 through 3 unlocked right away, but you have to beat tier 3 to get to the higher levels.
Oh.
Both boss rush modes will be available from the Hotel Stargazer once the game has been beaten at least once. Lies of
Oh,
P
okay.
Overture feels like it could be a bold step
Whoa! Ooh, look at this level design. Oh, I think Liza P does such a good job with level design. It looks so intriguing. The bridge, the wood kind of like snowy log cabin vibe. Oh, I'm so excited for this DLC.
Into expanding on the world of
Hi, Nas. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you.
Krot and seeing it from new, majestic angles. If
Oh,
there's one thing that was really emphasized to us during the preview event, it was that the team was flexing their full creative muscle on this expansion, bolstered by the support they've gotten from an extremely passionate player base. But it also looks to expand that player base by allowing those who want
oh, look at the little guy. He's stuck in a little helmet thingy. Like a torture zoo.
story-driven
All zoos, but you know.
experience to get to try the game on their terms. And that has me even more excited to see what will happen to its community when it finally arrives in our hands. Lies of P Overture will release in summer 2025 for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5.
We don't have a date yet. Still summer. Well, I guess summer's very soon. It's probably like maybe a month or two away. Ah, that's so exciting. I'm so excited. We gotta beat Lies of P again soon. Or I guess beat her for the first time.
Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth and subscribe to keep up with all of our future content.
Yeah! Whoa, it jumps at you. Scary. What the frick was that? Oh, he has a bow. Ooh, look, it's like a ranged bow. Ooh. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, that looks so good. Oh my god. I'm so excited for this DLC, dude. Are there melee bows? I bet you can still attack with the bow. It probably just does less damage. But some bosses will be really interesting to do melee with. Or, ranged. Oh, he just jumps at you. Scary. Oh yeah, new music as well. I've said this before, but the Lies of P soundtrack is one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time, probably. I love it. It's so good. So yeah, that was from Noisy Pixel. If you want to go ahead and check them out, Lies of P Overture Preview. I am so excited for the DLC. Definitely gonna be picking it up day one. We do just have to speed run Lies of P again. So if we need to, if we really want to speed run, I might lessen the difficulty. I'm just testing the new patch for Lies of P, guys. I'm just testing it to make sure that it works. But if we really just want to beeline the main game so we can get into the DLC a little bit quicker, because that is definitely my priority. Oh, did I miss it? Did they answer if, yeah, I guess you have to get partially into the game because the DLC is picking up in the end game of the main game. So you probably have to get towards the end game of the main game in order to unlock the DLC. So that'll be interesting. Okay, well that was a good video. I'm so excited. The level design looks so good, dude. Like this, there's a portion where he overlooks the new area, and it just looks so cool. Like, look at the winding bridge here. I'm really excited. And I wonder how long it's gonna be. We don't know how many bosses, we don't know the release, and we don't know how long it's gonna be. But I think NeoWiz is gonna crush it. It already looks great, so I'm very excited.